It's a little short part two to there's a method to my madness, why I do what I do. I feel like it's important to talk about certain issues because if we were silent, then a lot of people believe in certain okie dokes. Like the black manosphere, as an example. If black men didn't come out on the internet and create a platform to talk about certain issues, a lot of people would have believed in the okie doke, including myself. I probably would have believed in a lot of these okie dokes if it wasn't for black men in the black space. I'd probably be a sheep to a lot of things that's going on. I probably wouldn't even be aware or have my same awareness as I do today if it wasn't for watching guys on YouTube, watching guys in the black sector of the space. I can use America as an example. The first propaganda ever was the original Birth of a Nation. Shout out to General Tito, aka Hardcore Tito. But the original Birth of a Nation had a bunch of anti-black sentiments. Especially, it was like anti-black male. It was stirring up propaganda about black men, the fear of black men competing against them, and then taking the women, raping them, and all that. They was sprouting a bunch of narratives to get people psyched up and turned up, and then all that became the Black Codes, then the Ku Klux Klan, then Jim Crow, or arguably Ku Klux Klan first, then the Black Codes, then Jim Crow. And then black people had to come out and speak out against the propaganda and talk about how unfair they're being treated. They're being treated less than a human being. So if guys like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and others just stood in silence, we would still be in chains. I mean, we still kind of oppressed, but we would be really oppressed like we was back in the Jim Crow era, in the Black Codes area. And this is why I talk about that same stuff, propaganda that's being sprouted by some of these dalgos, in the media about black men not being deadbeats and all that, being a certain way. I talk about that stuff just like everybody else, but I try to expand that. I try to expand that into some other stuff, like into entertainment, because that's my stick. I'm an entertainment head. I like to look at a lot of these entertainment stuff. It's more than just the dabble or with these talk shows like Oprah Winfrey and all that. It's more than just that. It goes past all that into other sections. That's why I talk about a lot of these projects on television, in the movies, or some of these animated series. Because it's a lot of propaganda in these entities. People might think I'm complaining, but I'm really not. I'm just calling things out, and it's dangerous. People watch this stuff. People watch television, they get programmed, right? So people watching all this propaganda, they're gonna get programmed by it. That's why I call it out, to get people to be aware of this stuff and peep game. You see, you got the dude, bro, here. You're writing him like this and like that, but you got the brother over here. You write him like this and like that. What's going on? Even in video games, is a black dude on Final Fantasy, right? I actually screenshotted someone mentioned this in a video, under the comments of a video. They were saying how they got the black dude, they got him all aggressive into some kind of black brute type of dude. Even if you look at the Street Fighter video game, they got the black dude who's the boss. He's kind of like a black brute, a one-dimensional character. He really doesn't have any points in the series like that. There's nothing three-dimensional about his character. You got guys like Ken who has interesting backstories and stuff, and has some type of importance in the series, including some. I just wanted to point things out, and this is all I wanted to say. I didn't want to take too long, so peace. If you like my content, that's cool, man. You can just support me by commenting. I like to hear your guys' opinions on this topic. I like the comments. Like, I really don't care about the views and stuff like that or subscribers. I just care about the comments and interacting with people. That's my whole thing too. And if you don't like the content, I mean, you free to unsubscribe and not watch my videos. That's cool too. Yeah, man. I want to give a PS for that ass. A PS for that ass. I forgot to mention this part, but there's a reason why people think that Uncle Tom, Aunt Sam and Uncle Charlie's ice is colder. People support them, but when it comes to another black person trying to do the same thing, trying to start a business, trying to make something happen, people all hostile. They got their antennas up, their quote unquote BS meters up when it comes to another black person, but when it comes to Mr. Clean or Miss Sally, you don't got your BS meter up. This is one of the reasons why there's so much a lack of support when it comes to another ebony person, because many of you Negroes think that the mailman's ice is colder. A lot of you Negroes do, and a lot of these Dalgos do as well. Not just when it comes to like finances and businesses, but when it comes to social outstanding. Despite their history, some Negroes and a lot of these so-called people of color, they still want to give, especially Mr. Clean, that benefit of the doubt, and say, nah, y'all blaming everything on him. It's you're the problem, not him. Like, he just get a pass because of the propaganda. All this propaganda. Now everybody want the gift of whiteness. They want to get close to whiteness, especially a lot of these people of color, so-called people of color. Like, they're trying to do anything they can to get close to whiteness. There's propaganda that uplifts them, uplifts the dude, bro, and uplifts Sally. Meanwhile there's propaganda that downgrades black folk, especially black men, and it gives this illusion that we're the problem when in actuality we're not. And when we try to defend ourselves, we get hit with the gaslight of you using slavery as an excuse. There's no systematic, or you don't take advantage of these opportunities when there's a lot of bullshit. In reality, there's a lot of bullshit that makes it harder for cats to do that. This is all I gotta say for real. It's just an eye opening. I'm out for real.